Jackie and Laurie Show. The Jackie and Laurie Show.
All right, I'm ready to talk. Hurry. I'm tired. You're tired.
If this hour could go by somehow quicker, is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Jeremy, what's your last name? Jeremy Herbal is with us from Never Not Funny. How much do we love Jimmy Pardo and the Smile Train?
Very much. 100%.
100%, which is why
100%
Jeremy
love.
Herbal is in my home.
Yes.
And that
He also has a gun pointed at us. But, yes.
but it's a toy gun. I have my sword in the other room if you'd like to. Anyway.
But no, you made a huge donation to the Smile Train to fix children's smiles. And
Right. The cleft palate people in
yes.
Africa, I believe, is what they do, right?
Could be. I think it could be anywhere.
Oh, they do it this hemisphere these days? Oh, good for them.
Nice
Probably.
save. You're tired.
Yes, I was at Stir Crazy this weekend.
Right.
I had
How
all
was
kinds of. It was great. It
Yeah.
was Steve Young featured for me. Used to live
cool.
here, Steve Young.
Right. Does he
And,
like Phoenix as a
He
home
loved
base?
it. He loves it.
Really?
Yep. And I think he mostly enjoys no more traffic. I think it's mostly
There's
the
no traffic in Phoenix? Are you serious?
There's traffic, but he, for some reason, he feels that it is better than here.
You know what? It's laid out. It's a grid. It's
Is
very. It's a city of lefts and rights. There's no curves. There's
A lot
no
of rights. A lot of rights. Bam! Ladies and gentlemen, I had a couple of walkouts.
Oh, really?
Sure. Why wouldn't I? Tom did not mention any of them. I,
Nice.
of course,
That's the owner.
eagle-eye-cation saw them all. As they stood up, and I was like, yeah, fucking don't let the door hit you.
So
Get out.
did they walk out during certain bits?
Yeah, probably.
Or was it a cumulative effect of, this lady's a liberal? I
No.
wasn't sure until I heard this bit.
And the thing is, Steve Young is a liberal.
Right.
Steve Young has a very funny bit about how he knows he's just psyched to be in the room because everyone's gay. And it's a great bit. And I think he had a really good time. And then a guy named Floyd Haas hosted.
Oh, yeah.
You remember Floyd?
I do.
There you go.
Great.
So it was a nice lineup, super
Yeah.
fun. And the room was full on the weekend. I guess there was some stuff happening on Thursday and Friday, and it was lightly attended. But that's fine. It's a small room.
Yeah.
Tom runs it right.
Yeah.
And so Stir Crazy in Glendale, Arizona, outside of Phoenix. And it was super fun.
Did you see any movies or do any mall stuff?
No, I was told that there was a David Bowie-themed pinball bar that I was... a guy who does stand-up and listens to the show, lives in Phoenix, went to college with Andy, named Steve Mandel. Mm-hmm. He was like, we could go to that, and I was on board. And then I woke up just in the worst mood. So we went to breakfast.
Because you were going to a Bowie-themed arcade. Did that anger you as it should have?
Yes. No, I don't know why, but I'll tell you, it. What it did do was we never went, but so we have breakfast together, Steve and I, Steve Mandel, and then at the end of breakfast, he's like, "Well, I'm coming to the show tonight with another comic. Do you want to have dinner?" And I was like, I have been such a fucking pill through this entire breakfast. I can't believe you want to have another meal with me. And Steve Mandel goes, No, I know people who do cocaine. And and I was like,
wow, fancy.
All right. That does feel fancy. But the show's good. Yeah, I don't know. I tried not to take personal that because I've been working with the order, obviously, of my damn set, and so I tried to open on the Viking portrait.
Yeah,
and then by Saturday I was like, that's not working, so I went back to opening with the thing about the armed forces, the Eastern Europe thing, and I'm thinking now of sticking, because I still don't have a closer. I still good news is a lot of the new stuff is working really well, and there were plenty of people. There were several people in the audience who had heard me on NPR.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, and so they were shocked that those jokes had swear words in them.
Man.
And then it was fine. But everyone was nice. There was that weird thing with the cop last night.
Tell me about this.
Okay, so last night, first show, whatever. I think it was first show because...
Saturday first show? Usually the best show of the week.
Right, and it was.
Yeah.
Though I really liked second show too. He comes up to me after the show, and I could tell that he really liked my set, but he didn't like my politics.
Right.
And because I just said that we're in a dumpster fire. That's all, it just goes from that, right?
Right.
And so he comes up to me and he's like, and I'm selling the Meat Shield t-shirts and pins. And he goes, so do you support the cops? And I said, obviously, we all support the cops. He's like, right. What are you going to do? You're going to call a Ghostbuster?
What? I don't get that.
That's because it isn't funny, and he was kidding.
Okay.
That is why. It was a joke.
It's a reason to never sell merch again, honestly. If you could forego all those profits and never have that interaction with a human, that's worth it.
Yes. And he was really, really irritating me. And I was like, yeah, they're not real, Ghostbusters. And he was like, yeah, Blue Lives Matter. And I just snapped. And which is good that he wasn't armed and didn't snap back, and he ended up being perfectly sane. Because I said that's just rhetoric that muddies the waters. You can't.
That's great.
You can't say that.
Yeah,
and because some of the money from the Meat Shield T-shirt and pins went to Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
in Sacramento, because I was told that was a good local Black Lives Matter to donate to, and so I sent them. I think it was one of the first 1,000. And because I've sent 1,000 donations to different things. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's, and
that's amazing, Jackie.
Yeah. Jenny Fine did the art. It's cute. It's super cute art and fun. Though I did find a typo on one. They've missed a screen on one of the shirts. So one of the shirts.
Just a typo on one shirt.
Well, just
are they doing each shirt by
words,
hand?
Right. Well, the word you know how silk screening works?
No.
Okay. If it's 3 colors, there's 3 screens, and and it's on a spinny thing, and the shirt is attached to a board, and you spin it. Each screen is run. You move the shirt, and then you do the new screen. Then you move the screen, and you do the whatever. It's
a lot of work.
Right. It's a lot of work, which is why it's expensive.
Right.
And so they, for some reason, missed the screen with the words on it.
Oh, weird.
So it was it didn't say Malus, Artemis, and Imperact.
Did you charge more for that shirt?
No, I gave it away, which means that I'll be donating $20 to the next thing, because I've been ordering from the same T-shirt company for the last, dozen years, and they've made probably 4 errors. And I've sold 600
Unacceptable.
shirts.
You got to fire them and do it loudly on Twitter.
That's it. We're going with child
cancel
labor.
culture, Jackie. Cancel those people.
Cancel culture. Anyway, but he ended up talking to me, and because he said, well, I'm a cop. And I said, are you a good cop?
How are you supposed to know that?
I don't know. He looked like a guy with a haircut.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said, well, be a good cop. And he's like, I said, sometimes there's bad cops. He goes, there's bad people at every job. And I said, yeah. And what I wish I had said was, they're usually not armed. Yeah. Right? I mean, if you're a terrible
cashier.
Right. All you're doing, I had a terrible cashier. I have 9 stories. Let me tell you this one.
That's fine. I have one. And it's 4 minutes long. That's it.
Do you have a fast food chain that you enjoy? 4 times a year, twice a year.
Subway.
There you go. That's gross. Good for you.
Jackie, has lettuce. They have lettuce and tomatoes and cilantro at select locations.
This is how old I am. I remember when they used to cut those up in each Subway. Now they get them from a big factory.
Right.
All the stuff gets delivered.
I know. But when you're on the road, at least for a time, that was the only place to get healthy food.
Yes, it was.
And I used to the foot-long vegetarian or with the vegetarian patty, you've got some nutrients for the day.
I used to actually go to Subway a fair amount, but I got food poisoning one time on the 5 at a Subway, and now the smell of the bread gets me. But that'll happen. My horrible fast food of choice is occasionally McDonald's.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
The French fries are so good, though.
Right,
they make me sick to my stomach.
So I got a Happy Meal, because that's what I try to do. I try to keep it real. Mm-hmm. A Happy Meal and a soda, and it was $6 and change, right?
I see why people eat there all the time.
Right.
I mean, it's not only does it taste good, but it's really cheap. That's a lot of food for $7, basically.
Right. So, and it was $7 because she wouldn't give me my change.
What?
Yeah, I'm going through the drive-thru, and I had her $7, and she goes, I accidentally closed the register. And there's no tip jar at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I don't get my change? And she's like, well, I'd have to call a manager. And I said, Okay, why don't you do that? Yeah, I made her do it.
Here's the thing,
Because we were both
2
being
minutes
filmed.
ago, you were the most generous person on earth, and now you're trying to shake down
You know
a
why?
minimum wage McDonald's cashier.
You know why? Because I'm a whole person. That's why. That's right. I'm a whole person. I get to be both a monster and a saint.
It's true.
Anyway, so, and then I picked up, this is a classic Kashian booking. Someone canceled at Cap City this week.
And
So
in
I'm
Austin?
going. Yeah.
Oh,
I get to
that's
go to Austin.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it a Wednesday through Saturday?
Wednesday through Saturday. So I'm going to get to work on this 6 shows. Pretty psyched about
Dude,
it.
that's great. And who canceled?
I thought it was Shade Moss, but it isn't.
Okay.
So I can't remember the name of the person, and I didn't recognize their name, which was weird. And all it did is fuel my rage for me having not been there in years.
Yes.
But,
Right.
oh, wait, I should plug this. 2 things on Tuesday. One, NASA and Jet Propulsion Labs have hired me.
Really?
To do a series of shorts where I Dork Forest interview different scientists and actors.
Please interview the space astronaut who is hacking into her lover's bank account. Do you know what that's? Do you know about that?
No, is that currently
Yes.
going on?
All right, hold on. First of all,
Let's
it's a
pause.
lesbian couple, right?
Oh.
I'm already on board, right? There's one lady in space, one partner's in space, and her wife is a pilot, and she hacked into her wife's bank account from space.
From space.
So please interview her.
Wow,
about hacking.
I don't know that's going to have to be a Dork Forest because I don't think that NASA's going to encourage me to interview that woman.
Well, they're cowards.
Well,
That's on the record. That's on the record.
I'm interviewing the guy from The Expanse, a guy named either Cass Anvar or Kaz Anvar. And I love that show, so it's going to be awesome.
Oh, I don't even know what The Expanse is. It's a TV show?
It's a television program
Okay.
with the moving pictures. It's very lovely.
Okay.
But it's going to be a live streaming thing, so you have to go to NASA Planet Quest. NASA
That's
Planet
really
Quest.
cool.
Yeah, and that's Tuesday afternoon, so the day after this comes out. Go to NASA Planet Quest at 2 p.m. or check my Twitter feed, which I'm sure I'll have a better link.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is Tuesday night, I'm doing that hi-hat immigrant legal defense benefit with Maria and Marcella and Danielle.
That sounds great.
And we're gonna. It's expensive for people to come see the show, but the show's amazing.
That's a killer lineup.
It's a killer lineup. It's $40. All of the money. None of us are obviously getting paid.
You were going to donate money probably anyway.
Yeah.
So might as well see a great stand-up show while you do it.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
amount.
Yeah, you get to see some amazing, and then we're gonna do my Jackie Kashian and Friends. Did you know?
Yes, you booked me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. September 7th at Dynasty Typewriter, and it's going to be me and you and Sultanovich, and
Who else is on?
it was Virginia Jones
And
and
Helen?
then Helen Hong, who just canceled, and Janelle James.
Oh, sweet.
And so I've sent out feelers to. I'm gonna massacre how you pronounce her first name because I only read her on the internet. Hayata Robinson. I think she's.
Oh,
been
I
a
just worked with her tonight.
Did you?
Yeah, she didn't mention it.
Oh, I'm sure. That's fine. I have a whole list of people, and Helen sent me a list too.
Well,
So
some people don't automatically see me and think of you. Some people do.
oh,
Somebody asked for your email address to ask you to do a podcast. I'm like, yeah, I think it's okay.
and my email address could not be more public. It is
No,
on
it's very you.
absolutely everywhere. Even if you were to go to JackieKashian.com, there's an email form that just goes to Jackie at JackieKashian.com.
I got Kilmartin.com a long time ago. And for a long time, my email was Laurie at Kilmartin.com.
Yeah.
And then something somehow that email got, over the course of years, just every fucking spammer had it. And it was relentless and I couldn't deal with it. So I went over to Gmail.
Right. Well, Jackie
But
at
I'm bummed.
JackieKashian.com is a Gmail account.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, because it was set up by my web designer who I don't
But it doesn't end at Gmail. It ends at
No, it was some sort of thing where I bought whatever. It got bundled and then it got named and it's an organizational and it's fine. I go to gmail.com. I put in Jackie at JackieCation.com. I put in my password, which is joke. 12. Oh, does anyone care? I'm kidding.
Wait, what?
I love that Kyle just looked up and he's like, what is she doing? You're like, time code.
But you know that is about at least 20% of comics' email password.
It's got the word joke in it.
Yeah. Joke 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
My pin used to be, I spelled the word joke. And then I announced that at a show in Brooklyn once. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm going to go change my
You're
ATM
about to be
pin.
robbed. Right.
Yeah, I don't want to be robbed of. Man, Isaac Whitty had the greatest joke back in the 90s.
Yeah.
About getting robbed at an ATM, but he had less than $20 at the ATM. And he said, you wouldn't, and it was a true story, I guess, is that he said, you wouldn't believe how understanding muggers are when you have paperwork. Because he had gotten a receipt that said a transaction declined.
Yeah.
Because he had only $19 in the bank.
God. Oh, my God.
That was a funny bit.
That's great. He was great. Is
he still alive? What's happening?
No, wait. He moved back to Minneapolis.
Yeah. He's in Minneapolis. He's still doing stand-up. Yeah.
He's so funny.
Yeah,
Such a great joke writer.
Yeah, he's great. And I think Maria references him in her new special.
Oh, cool.
Which she recorded, I think, a week ago for Amazon.
Where?
Here in town, Paige Weldon opened for her.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
But what venue?
I don't remember.
Did she just do one set?
I think it was 2 shows.
Okay.
I believe. I'm a big fan of that. Oh, I tried to fill out the Sirius XM paperwork.
I'm obsessed with SiriusXM right now. Like I plugged in a couple.
You realize nobody emailed me. 2 people emailed me for the paperwork.
Well,
after
you know what?
last
Guess
week's-
what? We have no listeners anymore.
It's over. Throw it down. Storm out. Jeremy's here.
But I am. So now we have one listening.
Right, we're gonna have
actually
just
have
one
them.
person in house.
Yeah, I typed in your name.
Yeah.
And you have so many downloads. They created a graph for you.
Where?
Mike Kaplan has a graph, and then it's 3D. It stands out. It's astonishing. And I'm like,
Oh, wait,
I
are
have
you going
one.
to Dog Star Radio?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to fill out the paperwork for my for Bread for my album.
So you don't even have all your albums up.
None of my albums. It's all JFL and other
What?
people's stuff. So I'm just getting artist half. So if I fill out this paperwork, I'll get artist and publisher.
So
half.
how are you filling out the paperwork?
I was given paperwork that is labor intensive, and I had an Excel spreadsheet headache.
Oh, God.
That made me rageful and disappointed.
Why not hire somebody to do this?
Because you have to listen to each track and describe them. And you're given descriptive words that they want you to use,
Yeah.
and it all has to be in caps. And then they want time code, and then you have to put your clips in a Dropbox and send them. So I spent 2 hours
Dude,
working one album,
I know.
not finished with it yet. And but once I finish it, then I have to edit out because I want to edit out the fucks.
What? No.
Yeah.
Leave your fucks in.
No, I'm going to edit
It's
out.
going to
the
sound
fucks.
rhythmically weird.
No.
It will.
If it does sound rhythmical,
Unless do you just mumble fuck to yourself constantly between chunks?
That's what I'm going to take that up as a hobby, quite honestly.
I know there's got to be some comics because you need a comic mind to listen to this and do it. There's got to be some comics who have that weird ability to.
I don't know whoever
paperwork.
edited my 2 Dope Queens, but that person can edit all of my stand-up comedy, quite honestly, because
But you need someone to describe it correctly and all that kind of stuff. But I know there's got to be a stand-up who could do it. You could pay.
Well, no. I think the label guys, like I know the.
But you're doing. I'm saying, why are you doing it yourself? Why don't you hire someone to do it?
Oh,
It sounds like a nightmare.
Well,
You got enough on your plate, right? I mean, I don't know. Why you don't need to listen to old stuff. You're working on new stuff.
right, but I mean, it's the same reason that you digitized all your stuff. You know, I want the control.
Oh,
It's just a control thing.
Say no
at
more.
this
I
point.
understand.
Okay. Funny. And then I had to cancel North Carolina.
Right. Do you want to talk about that?
I don't know. It's the thing is it ended up, and they told me that it was going to be expensive
To fly out there.
to fly out there, but they didn't. And then I emailed them and I asked them if I could have an extra night of hotel. And then
Because you're going to come in the day before.
right because
it's
to
like a
come
really
in
long
the day
flight.
of.
Yeah.
I was going to get there after the show started.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I was like, 8:46 was when it was the only time it landed.
And what city?
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh yeah, you so
was
you
so
fly into
far away to
Atlanta
Wilmington.
and then
Yeah, it was not direct.
of course not.
Yeah.
There's an airport near Wilmington.
There's an airport in Wilmington. Yeah. And it's fine. And so I ended up emailing her back because I had to cancel because it just became prohibitively. Like I was going to come home with $350.
No,
For doing a week.
for a week or a weekend.
a weekend. And well, it was
4 shows?
It was, I believe, yeah, I think it was just 4 shows. Wow. Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
But I was like, I couldn't. And plus the week and a half after that, we're going to France. And so I need to sleep at some point in between now and then.
You can't.
And-
That's a lot of energy to expend on flying wears you down.
Yep.
And if you're going to be on a plane for that long, at least you should be making gobs of money.
Right. I needed to either make a lot of money or something. Yeah.
That's always a good motto.
Yeah.
It's an excellent motto. If either of us did any embroidery, that'd be on the new merch. I gave Jeremy a tote. It's his 3rd tote, he says.
You should have told me to
Bring a notebook.
I should have brought a notebook.
Would have been his 3rd notebook. 'Cause he's
okay.
already purchased a bunch of items from us. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Seattle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So, laughs.
Yeah. Right.
There you go.
But from us individually, or
Yes.
no,
Separately,
Jackie,
right?
Did I bring stuff to Seattle?
You did, but you didn't.
I remember you from Seattle. You sat stage left, right? Yes, I remember you.
Yeah, you didn't
I
get
do.
credit cards at the time.
My thing was broken. I didn't know I could enter it manually. Yeah.
It takes a greater percentage.
A couple days later.
Pardon?
I ordered from your website a couple days later.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like club owners should know what the plane fares are from major comedy hubs.
It went up to, as I was not getting a response from them.
Yeah.
I panicked.
Right.
Like you do. And it hit $766 for the flight.
Ridiculous.
And then if I was going to have to pay for an extra night of hotel, that was going to be $150.
Plus, how are you getting out to LAX? That's a Lyft ride, right?
Right. Plus, there's a billion other
Right,
nickel and dime
right.
stuff. So it ended up not working. So I sent her an email that said, you know what? If you hate me and you never want to book me again, because this is the thing, I've not had to cancel that many things, right? And I have dropped the ball a couple of times and spaced on shows, and it's not cool. I always feel bad about it. But whatever, I always admit that I did it, and I always offer. I was like, "Hey, if you want to hate me from now on, and never book me again."
That's a fair bargain. In my
It's a fair
opinion.
bargain.
Yeah.
That's I will accept that, and we can just go forward.
Yeah.
And and hilariously, she just emailed me back. She said, "Well, send me if you're on the East Coast in the middle of 2020." And I was like, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you have a week out there, you could go in. You know, you could
well,
hang
if I was
out.
already like if I was doing Vermont,
hang out in
and then-
New York for a couple days,
Yep.
and then then it kind of works. But you
and
know,
the New York thing at the stand that we're doing, by the way,
Yeah.
I'm flying in on Friday and I'm flying out on Sunday.
that's what I do. That's what I do once a month.
I know it. That's
Are
right.
you doing the JetBlue fly in, fly out, or are you doing Delta?
I haven't done it yet. I haven't
Okay.
gotten the ticket yet because I wanted to stay because I have to come back out in a week and do Boston with Maria, and I'm also doing something in Illinois with Maria. So I wanted to stay for a week, but it's again I've overbooked myself. Do you know
Yeah.
I'm doing my taxes for 2017 because we have to do them
Oh.
before we leave.
Right.
Corporate tax.
2017 or 2018?
2018.
Okay.
Sorry, and I figured out the first thing I do when I
You're
do
doing your own
taxes-
taxes?
Well, I have to gather all the items and then give it to her.
Okay.
So I don't know. Whenever people say that, I'm like, is there another way that I don't give her? Well, how do I?
Put everything on a credit card.
Yeah.
And just give your bank statements and your credit cards to your accountant, and you have your business card, and they deduct everything, all your airfare is on it, everything you spend is on it.
But what about days on the road and mileage? That I have to do.
I don't do the mileage. I mean, you mean driving around
Yeah.
to gigs in LA? I can't keep track of that.
Okay.
I just don't.
Oh, it's pretty good money. It's about 7,000 miles a year.
But you don't get $7,000.
No, it's
You
like
get
26 cents a mile, I think.
of a credit.
Yeah, credit.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe it's I don't know. To me,
It's not right. But so
I'm tired just even doing the math that you've given me, and you give me
Right.
all the numbers I need.
well, and here, but so I figured out that I was on the road for 44 weeks in 2018.
wow.
You know what that is? That's too many weeks.
I mean, it's great to be working.
No,
One day
yes.
you won't be working.
Well, you know what my
44
sister had
weeks.
to say: half
Right.
the weeks, double the cash. She's like, just double your.
I like
double your
how
rate.
every other Cation thinks in your family.
Well,
you are attacking McDonald's cashiers left and right, but the rest of your family knows what's going on.
yes, they're all very smart. It's all
Yes.
a delight. Anyway, so but I am going to go to Cap City. I'm looking forward to that.
That is great. I love a last minute full week at a cool club in a great city.
Well, the disappointment is that I was going to fly to Seattle on and open for Caitlin again.
Oh,
Caitlin
right,
Gill
right.
to plug her album.
Yeah.
And I did not. But she replaced me with someone I think whose name I forget, who is more successful. Yes, let's let it be that.
Okay.
In other news, go to find @Robot Caitlin and go to her show in Seattle if you're still in Seattle anyway. Right, Jeremy?
Right.
Are you going? You won't even be home, I think.
I might. I don't know. I saw the tweet today, but I haven't.
Oh, you don't. You just saw it, so it could happen. Hey, why don't we do a break for Max Fun?
Listen, I'm a hotshot Hollywood movie producer. You have until I finish my glass of kombucha to pitch me your idea. Go.
All right, it's called Who Shot Ya?, a movie podcast that isn't just a bunch of straight white dudes. I'm Iffy Whitey, the new host of the show, and a certified BBN.
BBN?
Buff Black Nerd.
I'm Alonzo Duraldi, an elderly gay and legit film critic who wrote a book on Christmas movies.
I'm Drea Clark, a loud white lady from Minnesota.
Each week, we talk about a new movie in theaters and all the important issues going on in the film industry.
It's like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner meets cruising.
And if it helps seal the deal, I can flex my muscles while we record each episode.
I'm sorry, this is a podcast? I'm a movie producer. How did you get in here?
Iffy, quick, start flexing.
Bicep, lats, chest. Who Shot Ya? Dropping every Friday on MaximumFun.org or wherever you listen to podcasts.
We did a break for Max Fun, you guys.
How much time have we done? 26 minutes. Jackie,
26
you've been
minutes.
on fire. It's nonstop story after story.
Right.
I've said 6 times.
Did you go swimming this week?
I had a nice swim this morning. It's long course in the morning, and I was able to get up. Even though I had a really late show last night. I did this show at the West Side that was 10 minutes of new material and then 5 minutes of like a late night set. And I realized that that's probably not a good way to do a late night set. Is to
Wait, was that their plan or yours?
No. That was
Okay.
the premise of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was fine because I got some new stuff out that I was working on, and that was good.
Oh, good.
But then I was like, all right, so let me do this 5 minutes, and then I felt like I had burned the audience a little bit on the new stuff some of the new stuff that didn't work, and then they weren't that excited to see me back again.
Oh, right.
And then,
But they knew that it was new stuff.
they did know. Yeah, they were cool. They were fine.
So they're on board.
Twice I don't have like a lot of brand new whole things. I have I've been going through old notebooks, and I found a couple jokes and a couple ideas that can buttress other existing jokes.
Oh, there you go.
Which is fine. So there was like a little chunklet that I wanted to work out, and then I was on a show in Montrose at an AA meeting.
Yeah.
And the comic who went up before me did a bunch of material on that topic, and I'm like, oh, all right.
He told me this story from his point of view earlier today.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Well, I didn't.
Kyle got to
did I
meet
do
him.
my Did I do it?
He was like, Laurie went up stage, did something just like what I was doing.
Well, it's the same topic, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah. No.
It wasn't the same jokes. Yeah. But at Flappers, I was like, all right, I did a late show on Friday at Flappers. Also, somebody went up in front of me and was also talking about the topic. But
Eat the mic more.
Okay.
There you go.
Talking about the topic, but but not hitting my marks. But I
Okay.
was like, it's burned.
Oh, topic burn is brutal.
It is.
Tropic burn is a sad side thing that happens in stand-up comedy, Jeremy, and there's nothing to be done about it.
And so I've been thinking, well, I have all these weeks. Did he really complain that I?
No, he just mentioned that it was.
Okay.
He thought it was funny.
And it only clicked to me because you had texted us last night about it. And so
This is the second show in a row where I'm like, does everyone have a chunk on this? And if they do, I need to get this on an album immediately.
Yeah, you do. You got to get it on TV now.
Well, I did it on TV a long time ago. I did some stilettos. Do you know that show?
Stand Up and
Stilettos.
Only the first season was the year that the first season that Maria did it.
Yeah.
They took pictures of all the women's feet.
Oh my god! Somebody on Wicked Feet is going bananas. He's jerking off right now
to everybody's footwear. Possibly Tarantino did it, but then I did it the second season.
I think I did the second season too.
And I asked if they were going to, because I was like, I don't have fancy shoes, because I did not own my fancy shoes at that time. I had no moccasins. I had no Avengers fans. Anyway, they said, we're not doing that anymore.
They don't care. It was such a terrible name.
It was a terrible name.
And
but it's a classic. They're just like whenever anything is gathered into a freak show, they need to name it something weird.
Yeah. Heather Snow did my show with me.
6 Feet of Snow.
Who passed away a couple years ago in
cancer
from
So
cancer.
I have a picture of her on my phone.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, from Denver.
Aw.
Yeah, her and her boyfriend. She was super nice.
Yeah, and funny. But so anyway, so I'm when I started seeing the graphs and the JPEGs that were on your and Mike Kaplan's Dogstar Radio page. I mean, and mine was just white space and a couple bits.
Yeah,
and so I was like, wow.
I tried to look it up. Dogstar. What is it again? Dogstar Radio.
Dogstar Radio. Yeah. I mean, there's so many links. You have to figure out which one to. There's a search link on the left side. It's not super obvious.
Yeah, not a great website.
No, but it is also fun to, if you dislike a comic, to see how well they're not doing. I may have typed in the name of a few of my enemies and been very happy with the results.
Would you like to write down a name so that Jeremy can see a name on a piece of paper? That'll be fun for him.
Oh, well, this is delightful to me.
Okay. That now we know. Mm-hmm. Good.
The first album I did was Sprung on Me. Rooftop was like, hey, let's just do your CD right now. And I was like, oh, okay. And so, for me to do it in advance like this, I'm not happy right now. I'm a very unhappy person trying to write. Yeah, trying to figure out what to do and go, well, what bits have I dropped in the last 5 years that are probably good enough, but we're sick of them. And this is a hateful process.
Do you think of it as an arc? Because here's how I do an album. There's no story arc, right, or anything. It is literally, this is the hour I'm working on,
right,
and try not to repeat anything that was on a previous album.
Sure, of course.
Which sometimes there's a bit of a fail because there's some bits that are sort of the glue.
Yeah,
that are repeating, especially as stuff about my dad, and stuff about Andy, and stuff about my family, and stuff about the relationship stuff. You have to know a tiny little bit of backstory, to get into it. And so, anyone who has ever commented on that has been blocked immediately. And I'm like, okay, it was a 12-second reference, and now I don't like you. Anyway, so
I'm trying to think of it as say 15 3-minute chunks, right? Or so now I'm like, so if I have a callback, since they have to be, if we're going through the series model, it's a 3-minute chunk, right? Mm-hmm. So I've got to set up the callback. Sometimes I've been doing in my regular headlining set, the callback, I set them up front, and then they trickle in later. They come in as we get further and further down the set, and now I have to marry these things very tightly next to each other,
right?
Which, I don't know. It makes
it's work.
My head feel cloudy. and
Right.
then I just want to eat.
It is not the fun part of stand-up comedy.
No.
This figure out how to do this thing.
I do feel
same
like
with-
it would be great if somebody would secretly record all my sets at the Punchline
Oh yeah.
and then tell me afterwards. But I would actually have to hire someone to do that. Then I would know that it was being done.
Right, but I think that the Punchline might already be recording them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or do they have that in there?
I think that they're set up for that.
I mean, I did my
Because
first
I know that
album
Acme
there.
does.
Oh,
Acme does, Flappers does, Improv
right.
does.
Well, did they have the required amount of audio? I mean, they have, or is
it's all professional audio.
right? But
to
is
my
it professional enough for a CD?
Have you ever listened to Sirius XM?
I don't
Some of that
have it.
Cracklin' Rose BS that ends up on the
Oh, really?
on the radio. So I don't particularly like it. I bet you it's good enough. But here's the thing:
So
if
much-
you have an amazing set,
Right.
when you do the Punchline,
Yeah.
or the next time you do Acme or whatever, they can give you the audio,
Right.
and then all of a sudden that's a different project, because the next project is you have to listen to 7 hours of your own stand-up comedy, and you're like,
Right.
I'm exhausted. Anyway, do you want to do the comic of the week?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yay!
She is from Minneapolis, though we did not, and she's, several generations below, younger than me. So we never met there, but we met here. It's Alice Wetterlund.
I thought we had done her like ages ago.
me too. But she has a new special on Amazon.
Yes, she does.
So,
yeah.
you should go to Amazon and look up Alice Wetterlund. And Wetterlund is Wetterlund.
Yeah, she's very funny. She's very smart. She was also on Silicon Valley for a year.
Yeah, that's right.
She played
acting on Silicon Valley.
an engineer, the only female engineer. It was a little too lifelike.
Right,
Their
a little-
hiring their
little too
practices
techy.
at Silicon Valley. Sorry, tired. I'm
Yes.
tired.
I know.
Yeah, Alice is great. So check her out.
Check her out, for she is a delight. What else?
What else? I finished reading that book of stories by that Indian writer, Indian American,
Nice.
Jhumpa Lahiri. I was wrecked this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. Are you okay? Oh, okay.
He's got a little. Kyle's. Can you,
Dry. It was in chlorine.
oh, did you go swimming? He put his feet in the pool.
I
There
think
we
you
go.
interrupted me when I was going to tell you how great my swim was.
Oh, well, I think you should definitely get some rage out. Do it. Totally. You should totally figure out a way to blame it on me. I don't know if you know that Steve Mandel hangs out with people who does cocaine. Too funny.
So this book, there's like 8 short stories, and the last 3 tie together in this way that's really surprising. And oh my God, it was so fucking good.
Really?
Yes, it's called
Happy
Unaccustomed
ending?
Earth. Happy ending? It's
Always?
It's a novel. No, it's not.
You know that I only read novels that have happy endings.
Oh, Jackie,
I need a button. I need a little closure.
there are many ways that you're like my mom.
There are many. You could you get out of my house at this point. You can fucking take it on the arches.
She only reads romance novels.
Yeah?
She loves novels that are, it's like a set predetermined ending, and you just fill in the blanks on the way to love. What?
The Mad Libs of novels
Yes,
is what Jeremy
yes.
thinks. That is. We can have that in common. I'm okay having some things in common with your mother. I mean, the thing is I was going to give him for the boy. I finished the first 3 of this manga series, but I was wondering if I should wait till I'm done with all 6 and then give you the whole series. It's called Spirit Circle, and it's pretty amazing.
I'll take 3.
You want to take the first 2 that are just sitting right over there?
Yeah, sure. You don't have to do it right now.
No, yeah, I would have to take off the headphones.
Look like you're about to get up.
I was about to get up. Kyle was pretty psyched about the headphones that were, because this is I got this. Lady to Lady uses these.
Yeah,
and I like that you can hear your own voice in the, because then you know if you're at the right level at the mic.
Right.
And the Dork Forest I do with comics who know how to use a mic, but I also do it with other people who don't have a lot of great mic skills.
right.
So
I think we're all over the mic when we're holding it, right?
Yeah. Oh, we're fine.
Yes.
Holding
We're
it.
headliners. We know how to hold a mic.
Yes. Crazy open micers. Yeah.
I have to tell you, 7th grade is tough.
I bet.
And I thought I would be closer to freedom right now, and I am not.
No? Mm-mm. It's
easier when
brand
they're
new.
like 4.
Yeah.
And they go to bed at 8, and they don't wake up till 8 the next morning, and you have 12 hours
to yourself.
Yes, and the needs are I just need juice and food.
Did you have a bedtime through junior high and senior high? I did.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You did?
I think I
Yeah, mine
did.
was like 8 o'clock until 9th grade. Then it was 9 o'clock. And yeah.
Wow.
And then, right, Nancy Kashian did not want to hang out with us. She was like, go to bed. Nancy Kashian
Oh
was
my
like,
God, there were 5 of you, of course.
6, except for that most of them were
my God.
gone by the time, like, Terry was gone, Phil was gone, and then everybody else was.
Yeah, it's tough. Mm-hmm. It's hurting my heart.
Oh, right, because it's such a pain in the ass. It's brutal, right?
Yeah, I mean, just
Is it a new school?
It's the same school. It's 7th grade. It's
okay. So
all
what's
the 7th grade shit?
So is it
he
just
would
moving
be
classes?
mortified if I even, which I feel like I'm being incredibly vague.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
So but it's
we
like,
can wrap it up.
Yeah,
if
it
you
just
want.
was harder than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, interesting.
And it feels like, I'm heading into 7th, 8th.
8th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Felicia warned me.
Oh, yeah?
She said when
she has those giant boys. She
Yeah.
has a pack of giant boys.
Right, but she said even when they're teenagers, you have to be, as soon as you leave the house, they'll be looking at porn. I'm like, fuck, I can't leave the house?
Well, what are you going to do? Sit next to him? In
No,
the house?
I mean, but what he views is in the living room, so
Yeah.
he can't watch anything without me or my mom seeing it.
Right. And you can get out, and then your mom will poke her head out, and then she'll go put her tinfoil hat back on, and then he can watch porn.
She is so
I mean,
frail.
you're not going to...
No, he's not watching porn, Jackie.
Yeah, he is.
He is not. At 12? No, he's not. No.
Okay.
Hey,
You
listen.
don't need to be party to it, but his
No.
life is his own.
No, I see maybe in
Sadly.
a few years, yes. But
Okay.
no, now? No,
Maybe
no,
when
no,
he's
no.
in his 20s.
No.
When he's in his 20s, he'll
Guys,
get into porn.
listen, you are both psychotic comics, okay? You were parented poorly, and you were parented
He was a
poorly.
12-year-old
and so,
boy.
Listen to me. My son is not like you.
Right, your son is an angel. Is he a
an innocent
human
little
person?
boy.
Is he a human man-child? Yes, he is.
He's totally embarrassed by the notion of anything.
You're his mom.
What? He calls them playboys. He's like, I don't want to be like those playboys.
Yes. Well, good for you. In other news, we can move on. Because the thing is it doesn't, there's nothing.
But you guys are moving on with your little smiles going, oh, Lori's so dumb.
No.
I'm fucking telling you, I have an innocent child.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
we agree.
No, we don't agree.
Okay.
We agree to disagree.
We can agree to disagree then. Because it's fine. The thing is it is very hard to watch a child turn into a person, right?
No, it's hard to see somebody if their feelings are hurt and you can't strangle
And you
a
can't
child.
fix it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you and every time. Yeah. I did childcare through most of the 90s and the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And so I spent most of my life saying to children about his age, wait till college. It's very scary for grown-ups what you want to do right now. It's please, you're making me uncomfortable.
I think
if
you
can
guys
keep
are
it together.
confusing 14 with 12. That's my opinion.
Well, I mean, I have been around 1,000, babies to now 36-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there's different landmarks, and every child is different, and so yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want to go home.
You're not wrong. And the thing is, it doesn't make him a bad person.
He's not. No. Okay, we
Yeah,
can't.
his
We
life-
have to stop talking about it.
Okay, there we go. We offered. I don't know if you remember us offering to stop talking about it probably 4 minutes ago. Where are we at?
43.
God damn it! 17 more minutes.
Take a break.
It's let's take a Max Fun break.
Hi, I'm Dave Hill from Show Business. And while I'm not from Canada, my grandfather Clarence Vincent Blake Sr. was, and he wouldn't shut up about it. My grandfather moved on to that great penalty box in the sky way back in the 80s. Still, all these years later, I can't help but wonder, what do we really know about Canada and its people? Which is why my friend Chris Gersbeck and I decided to make So, You're Canadian. Brand new podcast from the Maximum Fun Network, on which I attempt to get to know our neighbors to the north, one Canadian at a time. Coming to Maximum Fun, August 27th. And I'm not sorry.
We're back. But now talk about stand-up comedy. Ooh, I bought a thing.
What?
I bought because I'm on a new notebook.
Mm-hmm.
My old notebook had an amazing thing where it had
You mean
a
like an
pen loop.
iPad?
It had a
Okay.
pen loop.
Right.
So it doesn't. I no longer have a notebook with a pen loop. So I bought essentially a rubber band.
Are you
with
talking
little
about a
pencil
digital
holder.
device?
No, an actual
Oh,
notebook.
okay.
Yeah, a
Okay.
notebook. So I bought. I wish I had them handy, but I don't. But it's essentially all it is just a rubber band. It's like a cloth rubber band
Mm-hmm.
with a pen holder attached to it. So now I can move it from notebook to notebook to notebook, and
Oh.
it's in red. So it'll match my my Harry Potter notebook when I move it to the next one,
Oh, yeah.
which I got as a gift from my friend Laurie Kilmartin.
Don't remind me of that gift.
Exactly.
I'm angry that I had to do it.
Eat your cookie.
I can't eat while I'm talking.
I know no one wants us to.
Have you
either.
ever had food fly out of your mouth during a show because you didn't brush your teeth hard enough before?
No, but I've been having a little bit of spit.
Ugh.
I don't like it.
It's so gross.
It's so gross. I feel bad for everyone who has to use the mic.
Well, yeah, and
Ever
also
again.
you think, oh, the audience saw that. Maybe they didn't, but I can't get it out of my head for the rest of the show.
Right. There's at least a minute or two where I'm just like, oh man, I just have to wipe my face for a second.
Yeah.
And move forward.
Right.
Because I don't know. The shows were.
Do you think people? I don't think any clubs clean mics ever, right?
I don't know how you would clean mics.
Just-
Do you know how to clean
just-
mics, Kyle?
Yeah, like a
Wipe and just wipe it off.
right, a little wipe.
Oh
Do the mics have windscreens, or are they just...
No,
no, almost never.
no.
It would be worse.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and
because they. Yeah.
Take those off. Not,
Oh, you could replace them,
Right.
like the foam.
But you
Who
know,
was-
third comic on a show, the windscreen is moist.
Yeah,
and
windscreen.
a lot of comics, at least 1 out of 20 deep throat the mic at some point during their sets.
Chris Fairbanks told me
It's
he
a
had a
full 5%.
special microphone for his album taping that he swapped it out.
Yeah.
And somebody mouthed it up, and then he got a cold, and he was really mad at that comic, and I can't remember who that comic was, which is probably for the best.
Yes.
And
So he had a special one just for his album taping,
yeah,
and
because he didn't want to get sick, and it got switched out in between comics, so just for him.
okay.
Maybe it was because of the audio quality.
Yeah. I bring like a mic for all the albums I say.
For the albums when.
Special one. The ones we use for the show, I use those for albums.
And is it what?
Oh,
It's
wow.
a rad. What's the name of your album?
Oh, Radland Records?
Radland Records. You guys, let's just plug a Kyle Clark Radland record. moment.
You're filling out paperwork, right?
Have you looked at that paperwork? The Sirius FM XM. It's
And you only
fiddly.
had 2 people. I mean, people should know. People should look up and see if their stuff's being played there.
right.
It
They
probably
should,
isn't.
right. They should listen to that first half hour of last episode and get all the info for Dog Star Radio and stuff like that. And then you can email me, and I will send you the paperwork.
Wow, that's nice.
It's you just because we don't have a union,
Yeah.
so people have there's no other way to
Dude,
make a
there's so much shit to
gajillion-
do.
There's so much shit to
You gotta
do.
fuck. And now I put up a little clip from Rooster Teeth Feathers.
Yeah.
In 1993.
Did you?
Yeah, like a really old joke about.
Where'd you put it on Facebook?
I put it on Instagram stories.
Oh, cool. Wait, that goes away after a day, doesn't
it does?
Instagram stories? Yeah.
Okay. So
you can re-upload it as
Okay.
part of your feed.
Okay.
Which is great.
Is it great or is it
It is
annoying?
great because then you can repurpose it. I only have like 5 clips captioned right now.
Yeah.
So I have been sort of redoing them, and then I have 2 clips that aren't captioned, and so I've been reposting them going, I know these are the 5 clips,
Yeah.
but I haven't done any more.
Did you captioned them yourself with Premiere, right?
I captioned 1. Carmen Morales captioned 3.
I didn't caption this one.
Yeah.
I just put it up.
Yeah.
Just to say, hey, and then I was like, should I be posting that I've been at this club for like 26 years?
It's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool, right?
I saw that post. You were like, this is one of the first clubs that you were right there in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And it used to be
MC.
owned by somebody named Tony.
Tony Monica.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever met him.
His mother was like Jackie Stallone. Remember Jackie Stallone?
No. Who's
Sylvester
Jackie
Stallone's mom. Remember
Really?
her?
We gotta stop her. She'll shoot. No, that's still gay. But she did stuff. Yeah.
She's just like she was a complete character, and
Wow.
Oh, you look her up after. And
Okay.
Tony Monica's mom, she actually owned the club, I think.
Okay.
See, that's the kind of mother-son relationship I want to have.
Right.
Where
right.
I am like a celebrity's mother, and he owns a club,
And he was
and I wander in every once in a while.
and get stage time. That's what it's all about.
And then he, pardon?
That's your 20-year goal.
Yes.
All right.
10 years from now.
Yeah.
And then he sold it to somebody, and then Heather bought it.
Okay.
I think Heather's like the third owner. But that's like that club used to be a music venue, and then they started doing stand up once a month. Like, yeah, they have the old calendars up, and from like the late 70s.
Oh, wow.
And then they went full time club.
Yeah. So, and are you there now? Is it this week?
I'm there Thursday through Sunday. Yeah.
Of this very week?
Yes, this very week. It's in.
Wait, so if you're there Sunday,
Yeah.
when are we going to record the next one?
Oh shit. Maybe.
Let's spend
we'll
these
figure that out
quality
later.
minutes discussing when we'll record the next episode of the Jackie and Laurie.
We might have to
It's
do
all-
a Skype or something.
right or tomorrow. I think.
Oh God,
I know it.
I can't.
I don't know that I have
I
more
can't.
comedy talk.
I don't know. Plus, I have to parent a little bit. You know. Like I have a show tomorrow, and then I'm supposed to pick my kid up from art class at 9 p.m. He's taking an art class now. And
Oh, good.
I don't want to hire someone to pick him up at 9 o'clock and drive him 5 blocks, but I also don't want him walking home alone
Right,
at
right.
night.
And your mom doesn't drive at night, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Fuck.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
I want things to be easier, not harder.
Yeah. It turns out they're going to get harder before they get easier, I guess. I don't know. Feel free to write that down. I can't believe I just said that. If someone could
Are you
somehow-
reading coffee mugs again?
What did I do yesterday? I took a lift over to Target in Phoenix. What? What are you laughing at, Kyle?
I've done that exactly.
Oh, Craig. I was like, I don't know what to do. I went to Barnes & Noble, and then because everything in Phoenix is a mall.
Yep, right.
It's just one, and then I was like, I would like to eat at a place that isn't owned by the man, even though just 4 days ago, McDonald's was good enough for me, obviously. But
Waffle place there you should hit me up.
in Glendale? Outside of Phoenix? Glendale? Because Glendale's far away from Phoenix.
I'd like to just remind everyone that the combination of chicken and waffles is disgusting.
Do separate plates.
You do separate plates?
But they're near your mouth in the same meal.
What do you?
It's
I don't like waffles.
Waffles? What do you mean you don't like waffles?
I don't like pancakes. I don't like waffles.
That's
I like
astonishing
toast.
to me.
I like toast.
Well, yeah, that's a totally separate thing.
Well, it's a bread thing. It's something. I
know.
don't even like French toast.
Yeah, that's too much sweets. But I mean, like a nice IHOP stack of buttermilk pancakes with a little bit of maple syrup on it. You don't love that?
No, I don't like maple syrup. I don't. These are things that I don't hate them, right? But it's not my go-to. I'm more of a savory person than a sweet person. Cake is Not My Downfall was the name of my first shitty album. But I then that is available on
netting
eBay.
you $1,000 a week.
Well, somebody bought one on eBay. A Cake is Not My Downfall, and they got it. and it because I burned it on my CD in the late 90s, and I put the sticker.
Oh yeah, you did it yourself.
Yeah, I did it myself, and so a lot of that stuff is on the Bread album, because. This person spent like $10-15 to get this CD, and it has my DNA all over it. But the CD had essentially disintegrated, and the only thing left was a text message that was buried in the code, and it is a chicken recipe.
Okay,
It's a great
I stopped
story.
understanding what you were talking about.
Well, I guess when CDs get old, they get corrupted.
Right.
Especially the ones
So
you
there's
burn
a text
yourself.
message inside the CD?
There was a text message. There was essentially like 14 tracks or whatever.
Okay.
And then there was a text message that was a bonus. Because people were, everyone was doing like these bonus tracks and stuff.
Right.
And so
you
I
mean
thought,
material that's not good enough for the regular.
right, that I thought was interesting. I was wrong. I was incorrect, by the way. It was not indeed interesting at all. Cake is not my downfall?
Yeah, like the chicken recipe track, though.
I don't think it's a track. I think she's saying it was a text file that you get on your computer.
Yeah, it's a text file on my computer, but
You had to put the CD in the computer to get the text file for the chicken recipe.
and Cake is not my downfall is actually on the Bread CD. Because I just told the story. I just did the joke again.
All I know is that you can get a Jackie Cation Whitley Street 2013 poster for $10 on eBay.
Wow.
For where?
Just a random show you did in Portland.
A Portland
Yeah.
poster on
There's
eBay.
some records and some things, but that poster is going.
That is.
Damn.
Don't waste
Is it
your money.
signed?
It is not signed. All right. So people were telling me how much they loved your book over the weekend as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people, Jackie and Laurie fans in Phoenix.
Oh, that's nice.
Coming up, talking about how much they enjoyed, how it was soothing.
Oh, that was
And
nice.
you're like, that's very sweet.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to write a review, they're more than welcome to.
That's it
I
on
won't
Amazon.
stop you.
Yeah. I wrote one.
They help. I think reviews help.
I think you're right.
I check my sales. I check it against other grief books, and then I get it's not helpful for me to get competitive with other people's grief books. I should probably just let it go.
It's a grief on grief crime. That's what that feels like. It's,
Are you selling regularly on eBay signed copies?
Yes. I mean, sometimes people. Didn't you buy some? Yeah.
Yeah.
On my website, if you want a signed copy personally to you, I sell it on eBay. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's not a huge money maker, but you never know. Yes.
Jeremy bought one.
Yeah.
And so there you go.
Also a vintage kiosk shirt.
Oh my God, that's a bit. I was thinking, could I repurpose that for and just didn't
A
Wayne
vintage what shirt?
Keont?
Who's Keont?
Okay, let me explain the bit.
Please do.
In the early 2000s,
Yes.
I had the closer of all. I had a couple of closers. I had where I was a talking penis. That's one.
I remember that one.
Okay.
Yep.
But this is a series of callbacks.
Yes.
They were like
Stacked?
they were like landmines laid all over my act, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it was right at a time during rap or hip hop where people were saying biatch, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it was before white women started saying it and ruining it.
Right.
It was that little magical time where I was like, I love the word biatch. It's like a soft version of bitch.
Right.
Right. Which now is nothing.
Yeah.
But at the time, and so so the bit was that there should be something like that for the C word. And then I somehow, I forget how I said Keont, and then I started. Then I had a bunch of callbacks that I
think you have told me this story before.
Yeah,
It's
and
awesome.
then people actually got comfortable with the word cunt and would shout it out when I would say C word, and I'm like, oh, I guess we don't need a softer version of it because people are yelling it at me now, and it just felt like it was part of a certain point in time in culture where we didn't say some words, and now it wouldn't necessarily work.
So the T-shirts has that on it?
Yeah, it was in the Coca-Cola font is the word Keont, CHIANT. And,
Nice. And if you put it on like
eBay.
a 70s Ringer T-shirt, that'd be awesome.
It's like a baby doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I sold so many of those at Dave Wilson's club in Greenwood, Indiana. I mean, unbelievable.
Cash cow.
Well, you know when you have one good merch week, you're like, if this happens every week, I can buy a house.
I can buy land.
It never happens again.
Right.
But that was crazy.
I only brought Meat Shield t-shirts this week. I'm out of. I have to do an inventory tomorrow because I'm going to Texas.
Dude,
and those
you have too much to do.
I know. And tomorrow's the only day I have off. It was so funny because I was talking to Bamford and I was like, I just realized I only have Monday off because I leave on Wednesday and Tuesday is with this NASA thing. And then the benefit that night. And Maria was like, can you cancel something? And I was like, well, I'm supposed to do a podcast with somebody on Dork Forest on Monday. And she's like, cancel it. No, do it right now. Can I be there for it? And I was like, yeah, you're right. And so I type and I cancel the Monday, and I couldn't be happier. Because the only thing I'm doing tomorrow is I'm doing Pilates physical therapy.
You need a little downtime.
Yeah.
And the person you canceled is deliriously happy right now.
Right. He didn't need it. You know who that was?
Oh yeah.
He didn't even have a dorkdom yet.
No,
So,
I just saw him this weekend. He's working
he'll
very
be fine.
hard. He
He's
needs
working-
to sleep as well.
Yeah, he'll sleep it out. We'll reschedule. I have 2 more in the can. Dork
Now,
Forest, so
how
I'm fine.
tempted were you to cancel this one?
to cancel this Jackie and Laurie?
Yeah,
I couldn't do it because of Jeremy.
right.
There's been some philanthropy,
Yes.
and you gotta love that.
The whole show is resting on you right now.
Plus we need an episode for tomorrow.
Oh my God, it is
Yeah.
relentless, Jackie. This fucking podcast is relentless.
Do you feel like we're growing as comics?
Maybe.
Where are we at, Kyle?
We are 3 seconds away from being done.
Oh,
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture.
Artist owned.
Audience supported.